Hey YouTube, and welcome back to my returning subscribers. Thank you for checking out this video, and to any new viewers, welcome to my channel. Hope you guys enjoy this video and you decide to subscribe and follow me on my journey. So today actually I want to talk about the changes to the GI Bill. There's been like 3 big changes, and the reason why is I got an email because I'm utilizing it right now for school, and there's just a new change, and this change has been talked about a little bit. So I'm going to just talk about the 3 main changes to the GI Bill. And if some of you might already have heard it, because I think from it was almost a year ago that they were talking about all these changes, and they actually have implemented some of them already. But if you haven't heard, so number 1 is they've changed the bill so that it's called the Forever GI Bill. So the way it works now is after you got out, retired, separated, you had up to like 15 years, I believe, that you could utilize the GI Bill. But now with the Forever GI Bill, there is no time limit for you to use it, which is great because some people, when they get out of the military, they want to go right to school, they might want to find a different career, relax, etc. But now that there was a deadline to utilize your GI Bill, if you went over that, you were out. Simple as that. But now that there's no deadline on there, which is great, so people who go into a second career and want to go to school later, it's amazing for them, and it's a huge relief that they don't have to worry about that. So that was one of the big changes. I think they implemented that almost a year ago. Better than later, right guys? But now the second big change is how you can transfer your benefits. So with the GI Bill, the active military member is able to transfer the GI Bill if they decide that to utilize those benefits. They can transfer to their dependents. And before, it was you had to serve 6 years, and then after that you had to re-enlist for another 4 years, and then you'll be able to transfer your GI Bill to your dependent. But now that they changed it a little bit, there's now a time limit. So from, I believe, 6 to 16 years is when you have to transfer it between. So the GI Bill, I think what a lot of people don't understand, it's a retention tool. It's for the military to be able to get people to stay in, so that if they want to get that benefit and be able to transfer to a dependence, they get another 4 years. That's the minimum that have to do. 4 years, another 4 years for them, and then you'll be able to transfer your GI Bill. So then the other thing is, the big one is depending on how long you've been, they're going to implement, I believe it starts in 2019, is after 16 years you wouldn't be able to transfer your GI Bill. So it has to be from the minimum 6, because that's how much you have to at least serve, to 16. So all the military members who've already transferred, it doesn't affect them, and anyone later on, and it doesn't get implemented until 2019. So if you're people who are in 20 years now, they will start to do the 4 years, but they're still able to transfer it. But after that's implemented, after 16 years, you won't be able to transfer your benefits. You're just out of it. So it's something really big for the military, because for the military member who's trying to transfer their benefits, they have to plan accordingly now. And because there's other implementation, if you want to transfer your bill, they have to be between 0 to 18, I believe, or 1 or 18, but they have to be currently a high school graduate to utilize the GI Bill. And it's up to 23 years. I know I'm just giving a lot of background information, but after 23 years, there's special programs or special waiver that you have to go through for your dependent to utilize your GI Bill. I know it's a lot and all that, but that's the second big change about the years and all that. People were always indifferent about it, because the reason being is, as long as you re-enlisted and gave them 4 more years, they could transfer any time. But now the military members, not the DOD and the higher ups in the military, are getting a little stricter, because they understand that it's a retention tool. The GI Bill is something for you, for a benefit for you and the military member. But if you want to utilize it, then you have to give more time in the military. Simple as that. I know it was kind of iffy explanation. I hope you guys understood that. Number 3 is only for really the post 9/11 bill. Again, I'll still make a video about the post 9/11 bill and the Montgomery bill, but it's pretty much the post 9/11 bill is based on, they pay for your whole tuition, but you also get what's base allowance housing. It's it's based on your E5 rank, and then your location for zip code, housing if you had dependents and that. So before the change they made is, they based it on where your school was located. I'm going to use mine for example. So I go Central Washington University, the side campus, and so one of their satellite campus. I don't go to the main campus in Ellensburg, Washington. I go to one of their side campuses. So the way it used to work is they based all the benefits, like how much I got in Eastern Washington, because that's where it's located, and they based it on that zip code. So I was getting about 15 to 1600 a month depending. But if you put the zip code where I am living, because I live in Western Washington, the benefits should have been higher, about 19 to 2000. So that's about like $300 to $400 difference. So now with that change to the post 9/11 about BH zip code is, so where your zip code is located, where you're actually physically going to school, that is what benefit you'll be getting. So now instead of getting that 15 to 1600, I should be getting about 19 to 2000 a month for BEH, which is great, because you have to understand, like, if I was like, Eastern Washington is a little cheaper than Western Washington. So, people go, well, that's, not a much big difference, but that's per month. So you're about, maybe if you utilize your full year if you go to school at least 9 months out of the year, that's about $3,600 to about $4,000 of difference money you're losing out. So that's actually great, and I'm very happy that they're changing that, because it should be utilized to what actual school. Each school is different campus wise, so that's something awesome that they're changing. So those are the big 3 changes, guys. I hope this video made sense about the GI Bill, especially for those who are getting out or who are even still in. That's something very important, especially about the transitioning your GI Bill. I've heard a lot of different stories about people who've missed out on the opportunity to transfer it to their dependents, and it's just like a lost benefit that you all deserve and that you all have earned. So keep that in mind. I hope this video has been helpful. Please like my video, share it to anyone who can be helpful, and as always, please subscribe to my channel and comment below of other videos that you think would be beneficial to you all. As always, if you want to follow me on other social media sites, there's Instagram and Snapchat, Kotaro Prince, just like my YouTube. Guys, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you. Have a great weekend.